The following arson is arson number 25. Milestones are awesome.
Captain N, the Game Master.
Now that's the best sounding elevator music I ever heard.
Ladies and gentlemen of the mob, we have just reached our 25th episode! Yeah! And would you look at that, I'm still at the bottom of the barrel.
I will admit, I love the attention you guys are giving me. Not to mention that the stuff I'm making for the show is a really good thing to watch when you're on the mob.
And with quite a few dramatic moments, too. Sure, this sympathy was aimed at a copyrighted character I didn't own, but still.
The fact that I'm willing to try to make a career out of this just says a lot about me, you know? And so with that, I thank you for listening to my ramblings. I've certainly gained quite a lot of subscribers in the past few months, so what could I possibly review for this sort of milestone? I'm serious, I am actually stumped. I just need a sign is all. Is that too much to... Oh my god, our new bigger boss. Hey, what's going on? Is it secret? Is it safe? Whoa, dude, Mr. Hand, just calm down. Master! Alright. Master Hand. We have it in the can right here. Oh, God. I'd hate to wonder if it wasn't. Look, I know you promised a sanctuary at the Smash Manor in exchange for guarding the Master Core, but would you have to be at least a little careful around my boss? Establishing a hierarchy! I like that part of your thin crust. Well, I do my best. Hey, since you're here, would you mind explaining to the rest of the class just what the fuck we're doing here? Ah, exposition! My second favorite activity!
Once, there was an ageless power that lay dormant in the heart of the multiverse, keeping the great cosmos in perfect harmony. But then, everything changed when a soul was born with the power's radiance.
Walt Disney. Shut up.
His dreams made the power grow stronger, and with each step he took in his journey to follow his dreams, the core was filled with the myriad characters he and his followers brought to life. No hurdle would deter him. No flaw would be problematic. This man was the literal essence of fighting spirit and imagination combined. But when he wanted to bring to life the greatest dream he had ever dreamed thus far, he perished.
Well, that's what lung cancer can do to a guy, you know?
But his memory and spirit lingered.
Oh boy.
His heart touched so many others over the years he lived, that his soul and persona was strung together as a lone star, shining above a lone casket, which had contained a lone child, surrounded in diamond embossed.
Look, if you're trying to paint Walt Disney as Jesus Christ, then you, sir, can't handle the truth. The Wingnut's right. Walt Disney was cremated.
The organic Walt Disney!
What? I'm out of here.
As the house he once built sank further and further into mediocrity, an entire industry, untouched by his kingdom, was facing an increasingly hopeless dilemma of its own. But rays of hope still shined through, especially with a small company by the name
Okay, let me guess. Nintendo? He can't be serious. He can't be saying that.
Twin Dreams. bound by fate.
Hooray, I'm rich.
Destined to unite when the timing is ripe.
You just rhymed. Master Hand, go home. You're drunk. Please.
Physically echoed as crystalline life forms, the three who dared to stand in the poor keeper's old shoes wound up almost amongst his new royal court, as nobles at the highest degree.
Look, buddy, I know Michael Eisner saved the entire Walt Disney Company from the perils of bankruptcy, but a righteous, pure heart he is not.
The core was growing exceptionally stronger since then. There were more characters pouring into the core's heart than ever before, and that was even before the Disney Renaissance. There was but many a world woven by Nintendo, alongside the fabled Disney magic you Earthlings seemed to cherish. Yet we weren't to interfere with the events of humankind for obvious reasons.
And what does that have to do with you?
Everything!
Right.
With the Master Core strong enough to sustain itself without the eternal dream of the newly awakened Princess Sakai Montague.
Please stop.
I was able to venture into the waking world,
And during that time I found a young couple introducing their artistic son to the realms of Nintendo through toys. Thinking that bringing toys to life was a cool idea after watching Toy Story, I foolishly chose to play around with the toys the boy had collected.
Using the boy's memories to breathe life into the toys was simple enough.
But the boy himself I underestimated.
So what you're saying is that being autistic gives you superpowers?
What kind of blasphemy do you imply, knave? 'Twas the boy who affected me. I had noticed a little trait the boy had had, that his left hand was always moving with no sense of control whatsoever. A crazy hand, if you will.
Please stop.
It wasn't until I created Nintendo-based trophies years later through the power of the core that I saw how unpredictable it had become through Nintendo's connection to the world. And the fact that one Masahiro Sakurai imagined one of the best-selling video game franchises of all time obviously doesn't help. In fact, you could say that it made everything worse!
Well, ain't that the price of fame?
And to make matters worse, just when Robert Iger took control of the company to usher it into a new era of peace and prosperity, the cosmos was shifting more times than you could count. And then came the Skylands. Look, if you're gonna interrupt my backstory with these forearm weapons, then I guess you can expect me to do the exact same.
Yeah, I never really did that.
Stop talking! Needless to say, between the infinite power of the toy box opening the floodgates of imagination and the myriad islands of Tomodachi life right around the corner, I was amazed that even Crazy Hand was frightened of this looming power.
And the overflowing power of this Master Core is important. How?
The child was bullied extravagantly and was forced into the teachings of Autism Speaks.
Yeah, that's a bad sign.
For although this charity wanted to help, they went about it the wrong way, insisting that they hide their flaws instead of embracing them.
And the organization sees it as an epidemic, which would ultimately mean
the children under their wing were puppeted into a conceal don't feel lifestyle, which would result in misery for all parties involved.
Okay, so what does that have to do with us?
The boy was transformed into a pale shadow of his former self by a shadow of conformity. Fearing who he is inside, thoughts of suicide plagued every waking moment. And he sought one thing more than anything else in the world.
Wait, let me guess. A kingdom of pure isolation and most important of all,
silence.
of course.